In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create one level with 2 different paths, and you could take this and add 3 or 4 paths if you wanted to, but in this example, we'll just have 2. So I've created a new room. I've called it room 1 down here, and I put it first so it renders first. And I created my 2 paths using objects, but I haven't actually created any paths yet. So the first thing I need to do is create a new path layer, and then I need 2 new paths. So I'm going to select a path, create a new one, and draw it out real quick. There we go. You can see the name is over here as path 1. That's not a very good name. I'm going to rename this as path level 2, and then I'm going to say left. As we start creating more and more objects, it's going to be really important that we name everything appropriately. If we just call it path 1, path 2, we're going to get really confused really quickly. So I'm going to select a new path, and I'm going to create a new one, and then I'm just going to draw this one out real quick. There we go. I'm going to rename it as path level 2 underscore right. There we go. So I got 2 new paths. Now I need an enemy that can follow these guys. And so let's go look at our enemy to see if we can reuse him. So we look here in my obj enemy in the create event. There is a path start function, but we see here that it follows path level 1, which is good for our room 0, very first room that we created. That's good. But in room 1, that's not going to work because it's a different path. And so in your game, I want you to have different paths, like different designs for your paths on each level. So we need to create a new enemy and a new spawner to spawn those. So instead of retyping all the code we have for our obj enemy, I'm just going to right click and duplicate. And I'm going to call this one obj enemy underscore level 2 underscore left. And in the create event, I want him to follow my new path, and I name this one path level 2 underscore left. So path underscore and then level and then 2. There we go. So I've got my enemy. I need another enemy now, so I'm just going to duplicate this one and call it right. In the create event, he should follow the right path. I could at this time change the sprite if I want to change the sprite. I could make one guy stronger, healthier. I can make him faster. I'm going to make this guy a little faster just so I can see the difference. I'll bump up to 7. So I have these. Now, they won't spawn in the room because I don't have a spawner that can spawn these guys yet. And if I look at the enemy spawner to see if I can reuse this, if I look here in the obj enemy spawner, alarm 0, I can see that the spawner creates obj enemies. It doesn't create obj enemy level 2 left or right, so I need to create a new obj enemy spawner. So I'm going to duplicate this event as well, and I'm going to call this one obj enemy spawner underscore, or let's go underscore level 2 underscore left. And then alarm 0, I want him to create the new enemies we just created, so it'd be level 2 left. There we go. And I'm going to duplicate this guy yet again, make it the right one, and in alarm 0, I want you to create the enemy that will follow the right path. There we go. So all is working, but I need to place the spawner into the room. So I can just grab the left spawner. Make sure I go to the instance layer, grab the left spawner, put it in the room, take the right spawner, put it in the room, and let's see if this works. Hey, there we go. So it's following the correct path. I can have 2 different enemies in here. Again, I would need to place towers and all sorts of stuff in here and actually do things with this. But here's the concept for multiple paths in a room.